There's so much more to being an author than just being a writer. Of course, being a good writer is the foundation, but you also have to be a great storyteller, a marketing genius, a PR ninja, a book-selling rock star. I mean, it's a lot. So what should you be focusing on? Well, in this video, I'm going to share the 3 skills that authors must master in 2025 in order to reach your goals. Welcome to Writing with Denise Renee. You are in the right place to learn how to write a book that connects you to your ideal audience, your future clients, collaborators, and other brand building opportunities. If this is your vibe, then you've got to subscribe. Now, let's get right into this video's topic. Hey writers! So here are those 3 skills that authors must master in 2025. They are, number 1, persuasive writing, also known as copywriting. Number 2, getting attention and growing an audience. And number 3, community building and nurturing. Now this applies to whether you are traditionally published or self-published. So everybody, listen up. I'll break down why these 3 skills are important to right now and into the future, and how they're going to move the needle on your author goals. In case we're just meeting for the first time, I'm Denise Renee, your new favorite business book writing coach and manuscript editor on the internet, darling. I can help you write a book that shares your expertise or experiences and helps you grow your personal or business brand. So the inspiration for this video is actually coming from my own experience publishing my first book. I know. I have been a professional writer since 1999. I have been a copywriter since 2009, 10 or so. I have been helping people with their books since 2018. I have ghostwritten for clients. I have edited manuscripts. And I'm finally just now publishing my first book. Listen, just listen and don't judge me, okay? I will tell you there is a whole entire story about that. And if you would like to follow along the journey of me finishing up my edits, recording my audiobook, and getting ready to publish, and get notified for when the book is available, head over to writingwithdeniserenee.com/book pre-launch and get on this specialized email list, and you'll get first access to the videos in this series. But getting back to today's topic and getting beyond the fact that I'm finally publishing my first book, I'm very much like a lot of business people. I'm a one-person shop. I have a lot going on in my life. I'm juggling multiple responsibilities. I'm growing my business brand from scratch, and I'm launching this book. Oh yeah, and I got a 13-year-old kid running around here somewhere. And I have to throw in finishing up this book and marketing it in there somewhere. I have to be economical with my time and my resources. So I had to start thinking, what do I need to really put my efforts into to make sure that I'm getting the most bang for my buck? Not only for the dollars that I spend, but the time that I invest. I had to cut away the noise, and I came up with these 3 things. Number 1, what's going to move the needle most in terms of my ability to get the book into the hands of the right people? Number 2, what is going to be the best method for me to sell my book? And number 3, the whole purpose of my book for me is to make sure I'm converting readers into either clients for my business or allies for my business. Real quick, don't just watch this video about writing a book. Get working on yours today. Head over to writingwithdeniserenee.com/4 steps and download my free guide, 4 steps to start writing your book. In it, you're going to find practical tips and exercises that'll get you moving right now and keep you going until you finish your first draft. That's writingwithdeniserenee.com/4 steps. Okay, let's get back into this video. And number 3, the whole purpose of my book for me is to make sure I'm converting readers into either clients for my business or allies for my business. So as I looked at the whole entire ecosystem that I'm creating around my book, I realized I find myself focusing on 3 areas. I'm diving into skills that I already have and working on developing skills in these other areas. And I'm like, these are the things that are really going to be the most effective and the most efficient for me to grow my brand, grow my business, sell my book, all of the things. And these 3 things are, like I said, skill number 1, persuasive writing or copywriting. Skill number 2, getting attention and growing an audience. And skill number 3, community building or nurturing that community. These skills are mandatory for any entrepreneur, a person who's an author, entrepreneur, and they're building their business, building their brand based on having a book, speaking, consulting, coaching, selling products, all of those things. And without developing these skills, if you don't already have them, it's going to make everything harder. So when it comes to skills, of course, we're all going to have different proficiency levels. So I don't want you to stress out and feel like, well, I don't know how to be a copywriter. I don't know this. I don't know that. That's okay. No matter where you are right now, your goal should be to get progressively better, to be a student of that thing, and to be a practitioner of that thing. That's the only way we get to develop our skills. So don't stress out. Start where you are, but keep going. So let's dive into each of these skills and why they're going to be so important for every entrepreneur in 2025 and beyond. So skill number one is persuasive writing or copywriting. So what is copywriting? Copy is very simply the words that are used to communicate a brand story, a brand's message, and to drive results. Okay, so you don't just want people to know about Coca-Cola, you want people to buy Coca-Cola. So what are the words that we're going to use to actually move you to take action and buy this drink the next time you're in the store? Okay, that's a very basic overview of what copywriting is. Now, disclaimer, I've been studying copywriting since about 2010, 2009, 2010 or so. So listen, I am definitely drowning in the copywriting Kool-Aid, and I am always learning. Anytime I can learn something else, a new trick, a new hack, something like that, I'm all in. So why this skill is so important is because, number one, it's going to be what helps get people interested in your book. The very first place people are going to encounter your book is either going to be on your website where you introduce it to them, or if they're scrolling Amazon or barnesandnobles.com, they're going to encounter the book blurb. If they're physically in a store and they pick up the book, hold on. It's like, this is one of my clients' books. So when they pick up the book, there's going to be some information on the back. What does this say to help that person realize and say, hey, you know what? I need this book. That's copywriting, darling. That description on Amazon or barnesandnoble.com, that's copywriting. Creating the posts that are going to promote your book and get people interested in it, that's copywriting too, honey. Copywriting is going to lead to better social media posts, better video scripts, better emails, better subject lines. The better you get at it, the more you're going to get more people clicking and taking action, buying that book, and buying you as their new favorite coach, consultant, product, or service provider. So if this is your first time hearing about copywriting, or maybe you've heard about it vaguely, but you're like, one more thing to learn. Let's make it easy, because I'm all about trying to make writing easier for people. I know I'm the geek who loves it, but let's break it down. One of the easiest ways to learn copywriting is to use templates, formulas, shortcuts. There are plenty of people around who are always saying, download my free 40 hooks. Anytime you see somebody advertising hook templates, get it, especially if it's for free, because they're going to be showing you great formulas that work for headlines, subject lines, video titles, things like that, or the first line in the video, or the first line for a LinkedIn post. So definitely stay on the lookout for that. Search the hashtag copywriting on LinkedIn, and you're going to find tons of content that you can begin to dive into. You can also do that on YouTube. Type in the search, learn copywriting or copywriting for beginners, and you're going to find a lot of helpful information. The next thing you want to do is practice what you learn. Use a short form content platform like X, or what's the new one? Bluebird, or Threads, or LinkedIn to write short posts and practice grabbing people's attention. Practice writing those hooks. Practice your storytelling skills and putting in a CTA, a call to action. What is the person going to do now that they've read this? Are they joining your email list? Are they checking out the link to check out your book? What are they going to do? And then, of course, if you don't have the time to learn and get good now, but you need help now with promoting something or changing up your website, hire a copywriter. It's money that's well invested. Or you can hire me as your copy coach. Yes, I do focus on books, but like I said, I got 14, 15 plus years in the game of copywriting, and I can definitely help you look over the content that you're writing and give you pointers on where you can improve. So if you already feel like from tip one, you have already leveled up your skills, go ahead and drop me the word skills in the comments so that I know that this video is helping you. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and the subscribe so that YouTube can recommend more of my skillful videos for you, darling. Okay, let's get into skill number 2 that authors must master in 2025 and beyond. And that is attention grabbing and audience building. Oh my goodness. If there's anything I am hyper focused on this year is building my audience. Now, the fastest way to grow an audience is by leveraging other people's audiences, all right? So you want to be able to go on other people's platforms, and the easiest way to get invited to other people's platforms is by having your book. Also why I'm focused on getting my book done this year. But when you are an author, people want to have authors on their platforms. They want to have experts on their platforms. So you get your PR ninja hat on, you get yourself invited to something on Fox or NBC or ABC or whatever media outlet it is. Of course, radio, new media such as live streams, podcasts, etc. Get yourself in front of other people who have the audience of people you're looking for. You make them an offer while you're there. Hey, download this free thing. Or, hey, come follow me on this social media. But I really prefer you to offer people something for free that gets onto your email list, because that is what you control. From their email list, you can always send them your content, etc., etc. But you want to be able to grab people's attention, bring them into your world, and grow and develop your audience. I know right now I've got notes, but I'm kind of slipping into tip number 3, which is nurturing your audience, but I'll double back. Without an audience, you don't have a business. Without an audience, you don't have advocates for your business. You don't have people talking about your business. Without an audience, nobody knows who you are. All right. You need your own audience. You need to master the art of getting attention. You get attention with your content, whether you're going to be focusing on video, whether you focus on writing, whether you focus on audio as a podcast, however you do it, pick a lane, pick a medium, stick to it, get great at it, promote your content. Don't just wait for people to come to you, because they're not, until you get to a certain level. And then maybe you'll see the algorithm start to feed you content. But you've got to promote your content so that you can grow your audience. The more people in your audience, the more people who know about you, the more people who can potentially buy your book, talk about your book, and the more people who know about your business, what it is that you do, what it is that you have to offer, and you start networking, and it just grows everything. And getting better at getting attention, because all social media platforms are getting more and more challenging because more and more people are coming onto the platforms. Getting attention is more challenging, but it's not impossible. Audience building takes time, but it's not impossible. So the quicker you get started, the more you do it, the better you get at it, and the better and the richer your business will be for it. So how do you build your audience, and what do you do to get better at it? Number one way is in person or online, person-to-person networking. So whether you're going to various events and networking and growing people into your network and into your audience one person at a time, or if you're networking online, meeting people through the comments and the DMs on LinkedIn, Instagram, or the other platforms. Basically, I am a LinkedIn and YouTube girly, okay? All the other platforms are dust to me because I just don't have the bandwidth for that. And you know what? It's okay. If you know where your audience mostly is, it's all right to zero in on that platform and get great at that one particular platform. Right now, I'm not exactly taking my own advice. I'm really focused on 2 platforms, YouTube and LinkedIn. But I'm like, those are my only 2 platforms I ever want to get good on. On YouTube, my strategy is definitely using SEO and really making sure my titles and thumbnails are on point and are attracting the right audience. And over the last couple of weeks, as I've really been very in tune with that, I have definitely been seeing the numbers of new viewers to my channel and new subscribers to my channel grow. So that's definitely working. I'm still working on cracking the LinkedIn code, but bet you believe I'm getting there. By the way, go ahead and follow me on LinkedIn. The link is in my YouTube bio, but I'll also put it in the description box for you. So another thing is also just using hashtags, and all of the platforms, I will say, are getting better at categorizing content and recommending them when you search for it. So make sure that you're using all of the SEO tricks. Again, something that you learn as a copywriter, and be patient. It's going to work because I already see it working for me. And then inside of your book, make sure that you place a lead magnet so that you can get people from the pages of your book into your business. I created a video on this not so long ago. I'll put the thumbnail here on the screen for you, and I'll go ahead and link it down in the description box. Check that video out because it's really a little mini masterclass in how to get clients from your book, how to create that lead funnel from your book. So this is all the different ways that you're going to be getting people and growing that audience. And then step number 3, as I started to hint to before, it is going to be, I lost my notes. It's going to be community building and nurturing. So why your email is so important is because you need to be able to communicate with your audience directly. Every social media platform, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Meta, X, TikTok, now that it's back. Because I'm recording this on, what's today? Today is January 21st. Child, the drama. Anyhow, for all of these platforms, they are rented land. And let's talk about that TikTok for a second. Wasn't everybody losing their marbles? Okay. And I really felt bad. Like I've never been a big TikTok user or watcher. I mean, I go on every now and then when people are talking about something, I'm like, what y'all saying over here? But everybody was losing their marbles. And I really felt a lot of empathy for people who have literally built their business on TikTok. Not just the influencers, but people who have a brick and mortar business, or they have a coaching business or something like that. And they developed an audience on TikTok, and they were able to monetize that. They were able to get people coming into their business. I mean, think about Keith Lee and how much business he drove to people's, restaurants. I really felt bad. I was like, oh my God, you're really about to cut people off at the knees here. So it's, nice that it's back for however long it's back and whatever the conditions and stipulations are. But think about that. When your whole business is being driven by one of these platforms and it can literally go away overnight, you got a problem. You need to have control over your audience. You need your own email list so that you are communicating with them, or text messaging list, whatever. Okay. As long as you can communicate with the people who support you and love you the most, that is what is important. So when you have that information, you want to build a community. You don't want to just, send them, hey, buy my product. Hey, here's my business. Hey, sign up for this. Hey, sign up for that. No. You want to build a community. You want to be helpful. You want to send them helpful information that's not transactional. Every now and then, you can send a transactional email saying, hey, I have this special going on, or hey, why don't you check this out? But you want to be nurturing. Also, you want people to feel like they're part of something bigger. What's your movement? What's your why for why you do what you do? Make sure you're communicating that so that people can really feel your heart and feel like, okay, this person is really doing something. In 2025 and beyond, we are beyond just spending money with anybody. We want to know where our dollars are going to. We want to know who we are spending our money with. We don't want to be scammed, and we are quick to take our dollars elsewhere if we feel like we're being so. So be genuine, be authentic, bring people together, and make people feel seen and heard. That's why I'm always saying, if you drop a comment and it's a really good comment, I will turn around and make a video, because if you have that question, other people have that question too. But I also want you to know that I see you, I hear you, and I'm here for you. So some of the ways that you can help to really foster a community through your online presence, through your email list, through your socials, is to host online events. So it could be workshops, It could be a mastermind. It could be just an online Zoom party or something like that. It could be an online networking event for people in your community. Whatever it is, create spaces online for your community to come together, to be like-minded, do lives. It could be as simple as doing YouTube or LinkedIn lives. All of the platforms have the opportunity for people to go live, so you can engage your audience that way. You can also look into doing offline events. I was very big when I first came to Atlanta on hosting networking and different types of events where business women in particular got together and promoted their businesses and helped each other out. Think about creating retreats or conferences or just a simple meetup or meet and greet. There's so many different ways, but master the art of building community, and you're going to see that your business, your books, everything is all gonna rise with the tide. So I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you feel like your skills are leveling up. If so, drop the word skills in the comments for me. Drop your questions down there, because like I said, I am more than happy if it's a really great question and I feel it's something that other people can benefit from. I'm gonna make a video about it. And speaking of the video, here's a tool that I think that you should watch next, because I know it's gonna help you continue on your book writing journey. So go ahead, click into it, and I will see you on the other side. Okay, why are you still here? Why you haven't clicked yet?